morning, Chantal and Nick. Well, as you know, we've put this call together to look at the Somerset County Council project with Beckett Telecom to add external voice to your Microsoft Teams setup. We're hoping to find out from you how you thought it went. So, first of all, can I ask you, what were Somerset County Council's project objectives?
Good morning, Graham. That's Chantal. I'm the IT Programme Manager, and I was responsible for supporting our lead technician, Nick, in delivering this piece of work. Truthfully said, Nick did a really good job on his own. Nick, over to you.
Yeah, my name's Nick, well, the SME for the UC. I don't know, I think my title changes every week. Yeah, so the main reason was we had an agent with a legacy telephone system. Probably shouldn't say what it is, but it just didn't meet our requirements. It never met our requirements when we were in the office, and so we had to put like a lot of desk phones out because the client didn't work properly. And then obviously when COVID hit, there was a big rush, with people working from home to have a stable phone system. So that was the main driver for moving towards Teams. We're on the Microsoft roadmap anyway. We have Azure already, so moving to Teams was seemed like the next best step for voice calling.
Absolutely, and that really supports our work from anywhere approach, and it seemed the obvious choice.
Excellent, thank you. Can I ask what was different and attractive about our offering, the Beckett's offering? And yeah, back to you.
Well, it came down to two reasons. One was technical. So obviously we had a technical spec that we sent out, and you met the spec. And the other one was price. And so I think it was split 80-20, 80% on price, 20% on tech. And your price was the best price out of all the vendors we spoke to. So combination of best price and the technical requirements.
Great, thank you very much. And could you just tell us about the outcome for Somerset County Council? Do you feel you met your objectives? And what about the budget and the timeline? How did that go?
Yeah, the timeline was we started in January, and the timeline was 6 months. I think it was the end of June. That's when our contract ended with our previous telephony supplier, and yeah, we met that with a few weeks to spare. It took a bit longer, and that's nothing down to Beckett's. It's down to that we have very complex hung groups, and our old system, just the trying to get the information off there was very difficult. So the 6 months really was nothing to do with Beckett's. Beckett supported us fantastically. It was down to the complexity of our setup, really, and the price. Yeah, so far absolutely nothing wrong. We're getting billed monthly. It's the price that you said. So yeah, fantastic.
That's great. Thanks very much. In terms of the actual, whilst the project was going on, how would you describe the performance of the Beckett Telecom team?
One word, just fantastic. The main engineer, well, it was obviously Mike Gooch that we dealt with, and is it Chris Tickham?
Graham Tickham.
Graham Tickham, sorry. So they did. So basically, Graham did the porting, and we didn't realise that how incredibly complex our DDI numbers were. We had so many different number ranges. We had single number ranges that had been ported over a period of years, over 20, 30 years, and we didn't realise how complicated they were until Beckett's did their proof of validation, and it proved very difficult. And obviously you're dealing with BT, who are not the easiest people. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Their records aren't fantastic, but the big thing is they really did stick at it, and they kept going. They get rejections, they kept going, and they got it done in the end, and they really just kept going. I can't thank Graham and the team that did that enough. because there were times when we saw how complex they were. I was like, oh dear, we may be in trouble here. But no, that really was fantastic support from Beckett's. And then the other one was Richard. Can't remember Richard's second name now. Livingston, sorry. And then Richard obviously helped me out from the technical point of view. So he helped us actually set up the connect our tenant to your platform, and then basically assisted me with moving numbers across from our legacy system into Teams. And obviously with the complexity of our pickup groups and stuff, every instruction I gave him, port these, hold, wait, let me test, repeat. He did, and with the DDI porting and with moving everything across, our DDIs across into Teams, we had absolutely zero disasters.
Absolutely.
Not one single disaster. In fact, from the feedback I've had from our staff, and mainly that's children's social care, who are probably our biggest customer from an IT perspective. They were absolutely amazed how smoothly it went, because they were a little concerned.
Yes.
Nothing against Beckett's or myself, but they were concerned how this was going to happen and how the hunt groups were going to move across. And they were amazed how smoothly it went, and there was just not one single major issue at all.
Absolutely, I'd echo everything that Nick said there. You guys were extremely responsive, transparent. You kept us informed. The engagement was at the right level. You were incredibly easy to work with, helpful, and really committed. And I think that's kind of what Nick was pointing to: committed to make it work within our timelines, no matter what obstacle. And that really has demonstrated sort of the success of this specific project.
Well, great, thank you. Yeah, I mean, obviously from my point of view, it's really, really great to hear all of that. So thank you for sharing that with us. I think what I want to say is that obviously the whole project, it was a team effort with a number of parties involved, and a big part of that was the very early, and if I can use the word, deep engagement with the project given by the Somerset team. And yourself, Chantel, Nick, and the whole team approached the project with enthusiasm and simply wanted to get it done, without sort of any political interference, if I can use that phrase. So we were, the result was we were all pulling in the same direction, and I really think that's what made it successful. So I just want to thank you so much, Chantel and Nick, for sharing your experiences with us today. It's greatly appreciated, obviously, and we look forward to continuing to work together. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.